Good afternoon. I want to thank you all for coming out to the wedding of the lovely bride Sarah and the awesome, funny, and charming Bob. Tonight I am playing the role of best man and best friend for my buddy Bob. For those of you who don't know who I am Grant DeSacco and I am the best man for this wedding. There shouldn't be a problem for these two as long as they listen to Al Green's lyrics and say, "Let's stay together." As long as Bob doesn't stay out too late hunting, there shouldn't be any problems. Speaking of hunting, there's a specific story I would like to tell about Bob and I and our hunting adventures. One time, Bob and I were going hunting and he was supposed to be hanging out with Sarah for the weekend. Now Bob had told Sarah that he had gone on a business trip so that he could go hunting with me. So Bob and I go out and we shoot one of the biggest bucks that I've ever shot. Well, as soon as I shot the buck, Sarah had called Bob and asked him how the business trip had gone. Bob said it was going fine and that he would be home soon. Well, Bob's best friend, aka me, posted the pictures online and got Bob in some serious trouble. Bob was not allowed to go hunting for a month after that and was quarantined to the house with Sarah. Needless to say, Bob didn't go hunting for a while after that. I also remember the first night that Bob and Sarah hung out together. Bob and I were in college and took Sarah out to eat at Pizza Hut. As soon as Bob got back, he looked at me and told me that he thought Sarah was the one. Well, 5 years later and here we are. Obviously, Bob and Sarah are perfect for each other and I can see the amount of love that these two have for each other. And I know that they have many years of love ahead of them. Now obviously, if they had a kid, they would name it Grant. Bob and Sarah, I really love the way that you guys found each other, and I know that your future together is bright and special. Your connection is inseparable and should be a reminder to anyone that when you find the right one, that you shouldn't stop until you go and get them. Although Sarah didn't like Bob right away, their love for each other became apparent very quickly. This should also be a reminder to not post your hunting pictures after your friend has told his fiance that he was on a business trip with his buddy. Although Sarah didn't talk to Bob for 2 weeks after that, they soon made up and life went back to normal. My advice to these two is to be truthful to each other and to love one another through good and bad times. Bob, I am lucky to have you as a best friend and I am honored to be your best man. Sarah, you are getting a great guy in Bob. Now, I would like to ask you to raise your glasses for a toast. To the Hendersons. May they grow in love with each other more and more every day. Thank you.